Hello. I wanted to dive back into this reading because I just find it fascinating. It's like a reading with lots of little moving parts, right? And I love diving into stuff like this because it's so juicy, to just like trace all the little clues, that the cards have left. And I do want to go into some clarification because there's a lot going on in this reading. There's a lot of players on the board involved in this particular energy. And I do want to help people kind of connect with the messages who may not be involved in any kind of love telenovela, okay? That's not going to be everybody's story. I mean, we're reading for a big collective energy here. There's a lot of indication, though, that there is a romantic situation going on here, for sure. We have so many of those indicators on the board. And certainly with, what the kind of final destination is, which looks like it arrives in the spring with the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, when you're looking at Two of Cups, Four of Wands, Ten of Cups, and Six of Wands for victory, the only thing that's missing is the Ace of Cups. And in fact, all the other aces are on the board. We got the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. All right. The only thing that's missing is that Ace of Cups. And it's very interesting because there's this whole storyline, right? The whole overarching theme of this reading involves all these major arcanas, okay? And I want to explain something about the major arcanas. The major arcanas, these are like the fated events. It's destiny at play, all right? When the major arcanas are on the scene, it's like it's a very important karmic time. And people misinterpret karma. They think karma means like, ooh, you're gonna get yours. Well, it doesn't work like that. Karma is just the lessons that you came into this life to resolve, okay, from a Vedic standpoint, all right? It's the work that you need to do, the spiritual work. And when you're not abiding by that work, then sometimes you get called to the mat. That's what karma is, okay? And there's definitely a lot of karmic theme in this reading. It's so strong. There's so many major arcanas on the board and potent ones at that, okay? We do have a lot of Libra energy running just because we have two of Libra's major arcana showing up on the board. We have Justice and we have the Empress, okay? We are moving out of that Libra season, like I was saying. And it is a karmic time, okay? And when we're looking at the major arcanas, those are like archetypal energies. So this lets you know that this is kind of like the overarching collective energy right now. It is about wrapping up karma. It is about owning up to our mistakes. It is about working through the things that we have swept under the rug for too long, okay? It's just the nature of the beast. It's what we're all moving through at this time. It's the work that's to be done. But there's definitely, we also have the Emperor there, okay? So this is, the Emperor and the Empress together. This is the ultimate in the deck as far as partners are concerned, okay? They're the ultimate. They're the embodiment of all the elementals, all the queen and all the kingly energies, and all the elementals themselves, the swords, the wands, the cups, the pentacles. All we're missing right now is the cups. And it's really fascinating, okay? It's really, really fascinating because if we look at this King of Wands that brought in the fire sign energy, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you don't have to be those signs, but you would be a person who would embody those qualities, certainly, right? But they are pretty, strong indicators of the type of person, So if you want to know who is this King of Wands character, think about the Aries, think about the Sagittarians, think about the Leos that you know. How do they move? That'll give you a clue what kind of person you're dealing with, okay? So we have the King of Wands, right? This energy for fire signs coming in. That's like, I don't want to be a player anymore. I've learned my lesson. I'm ready to, turn over a new leaf kind of energy. He doesn't show up with the Knight of Wands at all. He already resolved that. Okay? This is something he's grown beyond. All right? And then we have the King of Swords. Okay? So again, King of Swords has shown up. And they've evolved beyond, their impetuousness. That Knight of Swords energy, right? That's just about being so impulsive. Just acting spur of the moment. Sometimes, aggressively so. In a way that really can negatively impact situations, popping off, getting mouthy, okay? But, he's moved beyond that. He graduated from that Knight of Swords energy, okay? And he's now holding that King of Swords energy. Where, yeah, he'll still give it to you straight. And he's not going to mince words. But he speaks the truth. And he's decisive. And he can take action. And he can cut off shit that isn't in alignment with what's real, okay? Then we had that Knight of Pentacles energy coming in, wanting to give a solid offer, wanting to come correct, and knowing and understanding, and there's an awareness on this person's side that they know that they have work to do, and they're doing that work. They're doing it, and it's evident because they show up in the future in that King of Pentacles energy, okay? And look at how the offering has grown. Look at those pentacle he's offering as the Knight. Now look what it's become, okay? Even his ride is upgraded, okay? Look at this ride before. Look at his ride there, all right? Bossing up energy, big time, okay? He's embodied that, all right? And then we got this Knight of Cups energy. Okay, so he's already opening up to, I want to make an emotional offer. It's just about overcoming the blockages within himself that make him fearful of being vulnerable because of stories related to the past that really have nothing to do with who he is now. And who he's becoming. Because who he's becoming is the fucking Emperor. This is the journey. And I just think it's so cool to see that, like, exemplified in the graduation of this work, And I have to say, whoever this King of Wands energy is, my nose is itching. Woo! I'm hitting on something here. Whoever this King of Wands energy is, I have to give them props because it's a lot to step into the Emperor energy. You don't just become that. It's not like a birthright thing. Not every Libra or Taurus is an Empress, Just like not every Aries is an Emperor. And not just Aries can be an Emperor, but the Emperor carries that energy of Mars, right? Aries ruling planet, okay? But not just anybody can do that. Like, you have to really be working on yourself and very focused on your growth, on every level. Okay. So this is somebody who's been focusing on their growth. And that's why they're, that's why they're like, nope, I'm standing firm in what I believe, despite look at all this opposition, look at all these people. But, I mean, do you think they really have anything to worry about? Look at that. They can't even touch him. He's just like chilling there. Chilling there, Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, but I'm above all this shit. I'm not going to be in the fray with all of you. So I have to give some respect for how this energy is operating, because it's not operating from a standpoint of smugness or anything. Uh, it is a desire to move beyond patterns of the past and ways of being in the past, and actually, step up into a more evolved energy. You got to give props where props are due. And I'm not saying that this energy is completely like innocent. I mean, we got the devil on the board, okay? We got the devil on the board with the moon. And that's another thing, that's really come in with this reading too, is that we got the devil, we got the moon, we got the high priestess all together. And the magician. So, there's also the possibility that there's people doing some workings too, Those are pretty strong occult cards, and for them all to come in together like that, it's definitely like a message, not for everybody, but for some, for some who do practice the arts, there could be some manipulation on that level, coming in for sure. Nose itching, so like there's a hit with that. Okay. But these third party situations, it doesn't always have to be people, okay? You'll have to just write it out with me, okay? When I'm kind of channeling, I go to a lot of different places. It's like traveling, down a rabbit hole. And, all the warrens, of the rabbit holes, they're all like interconnected in this maze of tunnels, right? So it's like that. It's like a labyrinth, that you're kind of traveling through with your consciousness, and my conversation can go in all kinds of directions, at the drop of a dime. So I hope that I can bring through clarity, okay? But, it doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic situation. It could be a business situation, okay? If it was a business situation with this many cups involved, it would have to be something like mixing business with personal, and it became a problem, or families involved in the business, and this is an issue, okay? And that's a possibility too, because the Empress card can also be a mother, okay? So there could be a dynamic with a mother involved that's causing a lot of conflict, and causing some secrecy, something that needs to be kept kind of on the down low. It's interesting because there is this hidden element coming in with this, A mother in this situation could be affected, might be a Cancer, okay? Because this is also a motherly energy. Cancer itself is a very motherly energy, but it's also associated with the card of the Chariot. And see, remember, there were the two opposing sides pulling in different directions, couldn't come to an agreement, and that was preventing forward motion. So this could be related to, a mother, a baby's mama, or your mother, maybe not approving of the choices you're making. So, that's another way a third party influence could come about. It can be an addiction, Anybody who's ever been around anyone who's been addicted knows that it's like a fucking mistress, right? So you know, this could really play out, many different ways. So, however you connect with the messages, you'll know as I'm talking, it'll resonate with you on the level it's meant to resonate. But as I was saying, these major arcana cards, this is destiny stuff at play, This is karmic stuff at play. This is stuff that needs to unfold, and it's unavoidable. And so it's about really taking in these energies, these messages, and sort of saying, okay, this is the work at hand. And then these minor cards, they show you like, this is how things are going to go if you continue moving the way you are right now. So I always tell people, if you don't like something that you're hearing, listen to the counsel and you can switch things up and move things in a better direction. That's the beauty of tarot. It's a tool of empowerment. It's not just about like, oh, let me tell you your fortune. It's actually very deep and soulful. And tarot is a tool for alchemy. 100. It's a tool for alchemy. And yeah, it's fun to do readings, but I like to do readings that really work some shit out, and lift the energy up. So, yeah, very interesting picture that's on the board. And I just really wanted to dive in and look specifically at certain players on the board that I'm very curious about. And I'd like to get some more details to help people further connect with the messages. But before I do that, and I don't know how far I'll get into that, in this reading, I think we're going to be doing this reading series for a bit because this is just the fire signs. And I'm going to do, a reading for all the earth signs, all the air signs, and all the water signs. Okay, everybody's going to get covered. And then I'm going to close out with doing, a pull for each individual sign. So we're going to journey together for a while with this. Maybe we'll just, ride this out, for the whole month of November. Who knows? We'll see how this goes. But I'm just going to keep it going and continue forward with the energy as long as it keeps coming in. And it wants to, especially with the fire signs. There's a lot that wants to be heard. So let's go ahead and see what the bottom of the deck energy is for all this that we've gotten so far. Another fire sign, okay? Temperance. Sagittarius energy. Look at what they're standing on. They're standing on a diamond. Sagittarians have really done a lot of this work. They've done a lot of integrative work. They are working very hard on, alchemizing all the old energy and spinning it into something that will totally create a new direction and path forward for them in the future, for that new journey that they're opening up to. But they're finally really understanding their worth and their value. This is what's, coming in for Sagittarius. This is the basis of it, And again, it's an archetypal energy, okay? So Sagittarius is all about freedom and openness and exploration and like outer limits, right? Deep, soulful, So whatever challenge you're dealing with, whether it's, there's a family, third party dynamic that's causing disruption, or whether it's within your social circle, or whether it's in a romantic relationship, or wherever it's coming from, what's the core issue is that you now understand your worth and that you understand your value and you are very clear about what you want for you. And other people don't like it. They don't like what you've chosen. But the beauty is you've done so much of this like alchemy work on yourself, and you've come into this place of beautiful balance and centeredness within yourself that you're able to transmute that shit. And just by you standing in your truth and living your truth and following your heart and living an authentic life, you will bring balance and healing to the situation. You know, it all comes from you. And look at, isn't that interesting? This card is also holding the Two of Cups. I just noticed that. And remember, that's what, that's what is desired. That very real, connection, that soulful connection, not just something superficial. Okay? That's a beautiful energy to come in with that. Yes. And, right behind that, wish fulfillment. Okay? So, certainly, Sagittarians are already going to have blessing energy coming in anyway with this month, because there is a buildup of energy for them due to a crux, which is the brightest star in the Southern Cross. And it's aligned with the frequency of Jupiter. And Jupiter is Sagittarius's ruler, okay, ruling planet. And brings, I call him Big Daddy Jupiter, because Jupiter brings like all the blessings and all the good stuff and all the rewards, and brings expansion into your life in a very positive way. And that's the energy that's going to start building for Sagittarians this month. So, the love is coming. The love is on the way, that is just reinforced there. Okay, but there's also this ability to, whatever the challenges are, or wherever you're experiencing the gridlock, we already know things are going to get moving again. That's clear, right? We got the Eight of Wands. That's communication, swift communication. Stuck situations finally becoming unstuck and moving. Can include travel, okay? We also got that Wheel of Fortune. So the energy is going to move forward quickly. And it leads to a new adventure with the Fool that inspires hope. And there's definitely it breaks up that gridlock of what we're in right now. What we're in right now is that, the Hanged Man energy. We have to hang from the tree for a while and just, sometimes you have to let higher order take over. Sometimes if you don't know what the right choice is, or the best way to handle a situation, the best thing to do is just let go and let the energy work itself out. Take your hands off of it. Hang out for a while, It'll turn around, and when it does, you'll be dancing, It's not so bad, really. It's like there's going to be magic coming in, and this is the thing with this magician, much like the Emperor card and much like the Empress card, an embodiment of all the four elements. So it is with this magician card. All of the elements are in this card. There's the wand. There's the pentacle. There's the cup. And there's the sword. So, and there's also all these butterflies in this card up here, kind of like fluttering about, which are all about transformation. The energy is transforming. And that time of, burden, okay? Feeling overwhelmed, feeling like it was too much for you to carry, worry and stress, feeling, hounded by the way things went down and not feeling so hot about it, feeling anxious, about what you should do or the best way to move forward. All that's coming to an end. Because that Queen of Cups is coming in. There we go. There's the cup energy finally. There's Queen of Cups coming in, okay? And again, more Empress energy. Also Leo energy, okay? With the Strength card. In this card, the Empress is taming the lions of the past. And this can be taming a vice, an addiction, a pattern, a behavior that didn't serve you. It's the shadow stuff, right? It's the stuff that we allow to have power over us. It's about finally taming that side through integrating and healing, which is what we saw with that Temperance card. It's very beautiful energy, very empowering. But this Empress, there she is, the embodiment of all four elements. So again, Empress energy doubled. Here it is. It comes in again. And this is an energy that's going to work with you and partner with you and build with you. This is a reciprocal flow here with the Six of Pentacles. And it brings tremendous happiness with the Sun. Possibly a child too. And again, there's that Empress message, could be related to a pregnancy, could be related to a baby mama, okay? But look at the child, and the child's riding on this hummingbird, and there's just like so much joy. Hummingbirds are all about joy and happiness, okay? This is beautiful energy coming in, and it's all because you cut off that bullshit from the past. You put the heartache down. You let it go. You let it go. And I have to see what the top of the deck energy is on this. Yeah, you let it go. Funny. You let it go. Eight of Cups. You let it go. I'm sorry, Ted, but look at the card. Look. And you earned the King of Cups when you did that. So I don't know. It sounds like Sagittarians are really bossing the fuck up to me. That's what it looks like from this read. I gotta find her. I just put her over here. Let's get these cards out of the way here. How beautiful. What a beautiful, oh my gosh. Look at that. There's that Queen and King of Cups. And with that, the light went out. That's what's real. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. And the final Queen of Wands, came on the board. It's all the queens, all the kings are on the board. The marriage of all the four energies, the elementals. This is a beautiful reading of alchemy. Keep staying in your center and staying calm through the storm, holding to your truth, because there's nothing but beautiful blessings on the other side.